support.
The maestro, please!
First record rundown of 2025, given it's really just numbers from 2024, but still. This'll be for the week of
January 4th. 2025.
On this day in music, back in 1987, Aretha Franklin became the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, she was actually unable to attend the ceremony, so it was accepted on the behalf of her from Keith Richards, Clive Davis, and her brother. Well, last year it took till the end of February to get our first classical album, so let's see how long it takes this year.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
Meanwhile, for jazz last year, it took till the beginning of March.
Singing.
I love rock and roll!
We technically had something to talk about the first week of January for rock, but it was a recharting of Elvis's Christmas album, which is again number 1 for the first week of 2025 because it's a Christmas album.
It's bigger than hip hop, hip hop.
Life's better on Saturn. Got to break this pattern of loading the way.
So this is actually a reissue of SZA's SOS. In fact, this is also titled SOS Deluxe LANA. Honestly, it could probably stand on its own as a complete album, considering it adds an additional 15 tracks. Now, we actually got a new electronic album the first week of February, but let's see if 2025 can hopefully beat that.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, who showed you how to run a blitz? Tell him Kendrick did it. Who put the West back in front of shit? Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, I'm tripping.
It really goes to show you how good this album actually is, considering it stayed in the top 5 despite all of the Christmas dominance.
Merry Christmas to you.
I'm surprised this beat out Mariah Carey's Christmas album, given the majority of that album comes from All I Want for Christmas Is You, and this has a bunch of classics on it.
Of a white Christmas.
Not often we actually get a brand new Christmas album, especially from one of the old crooners like Bing Crosby. Now, there is an album called Ultimate Christmas by Frank Sinatra, so I guess now we have an Ultimate Christmas by Bing Crosby, and you can get it both in this version, and there's also a deluxe version as well.
The snow's coming down. I'm watching it fall.
I believe I've said this before, but it's interesting to me that Michael Bublé's Christmas stuff really only dominates on the album charts. Yes, he has 2 on the Hot 100 right now at number 12 and 33, but considering the Christmas dominance with some of the other artists like Mariah Carey or Burl Ives or Bobby Helms, they just don't get nearly as high.
Life's better on Saturn. Got to break this pattern of loading the way.
I still think this would have done really good as a separate album, because if you look at the Billboard 200 right now, the top spot is SOS, because this is technically a reissue of that album or a deluxe version, depending on what opinion you take on it. And the way Billboard works is they give all of the numbers to whatever the highest charting entity is, and since the deluxe version does contain the entirety of SOS on it, after all the new tracks, it is technically all being given to SOS. So a pretty typical start to the year for 2025, but if you want to go relive 2024, you can check out our end of the year special that we released earlier in the week. It might go away a while because of copyright, but it'll come back, they always do.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please! Maestro!